Guys, it is amazing to have you here with us. It is also amazing to know that The Mandalorian not only will be coming back to our screens, but back to our biggest screens possible in cinemas. I'm curious, in terms of the prospect of The Mandalorian film, what you guys are most excited about with regards to making that transition.
I feel like that's a Brendan question.
Yeah.
I would say getting to see it on the big screen. I mean, that's kind of how it was always introduced, right? Big screen. We did something pretty special on the little screen. Helped Disney create a platform. I don't even know if we helped it. They got a platform out of us because we're really good.
That's true.
Now to be able to see
when we
that.
started shooting it, we were like, "What is that platform?"
Exactly.
But it's the kind of thing you want to see on the big screen.
I mean, like, to see Star Wars reintroduced in the way that Mandalorian did, and the reaction to it, and the timing of it. I mean, you couldn't have planned what occurred, but it couldn't have been better for the show. Everybody had to stay home. You know what I mean? So, worked out for me really well. Sorry to all the children in the world, but it was
How's
great.
that going to work though? Now people have to like come together to watch.
Oh, but I mean, what
Brave,
thing?
it's brave of them to all
It
be
is,
at
yeah.
You got a new hope. Like, you walked in and you got to see this ships going. Like, what are we going to see in the movie? Just to see, you know, Mando walk in anywhere. That big? I mean, I might have to go see it on IMAX.
It's going to be massive probably when you go.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't come with me. There'd be a lot of plastic sheeting. Yes.
So, any other questions?
Hi, my name's Domingos from the Hollywood News Source. I've got a question for Emily. So, I'm a massive fan of the Armourer, and obviously, and I feel she's become so iconic in a way, sense that in modern sort of female characters, you can compare her like with even Eleven from Stranger Things, Wednesday Addams from Wednesday, Furiosa. She's kind of becoming that sort of cultural, iconic part of our culture. How does it feel to be sort of done something, the way you play her with her cadence, with her costumes, that's really made her, that's going to last even when you're retired from acting, and someone else might play the Armourer? And what would you do with her?
Not.
And no, and in the sense, like, you know, so James Bond is the different James Bond, there's different armourers.
We're gonna have different
But
armors.
and what and would you like her to have a spin-off as well?
Oh my, well, yeah. You want to give me a spin-off? Sure. If you guys will come be in it with me. I love her. I mean, and I have loved, I loved in season 1 that we didn't know much about her. We still don't know that much about her. I love the mystery. I love that to me, she stands for something more than just one individual's point of view. And she's not somebody who's, you know, off on her own quest to win. To play somebody who is so focused on the good of her people, on keeping everyone rooted in what is truly most important, and in compromising, is a really special thing. And I think so, especially now, so important to be able to see that, to be able to see someone, I mean, with her and with Bo-Katan, two people who believe very strongly in different directions, willing to compromise, and then you get, you know, these two characters who believe very differently, and they all start to work together. I think that it's, not only is she really cool because she looks amazing with her fur and her horns and everything, but she just sets an example that I am so grateful to get to represent, because I feel like we need characters like her. And then I get to meet tiny little armorers, and I know that her legacy will carry on, which is absolutely incredible.
Thank you. Got a question from Nathan Connor here. So the Mandalorians traditionally aren't allowed to take their helmets off. If you could have one item that you put on your head that you would never take off ever, what would it be?
My toupee.
Good answer.
My cowboy hat.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome to be fair. It's a very cool cowboy hat.
Thank you.
That's all right.
The
What are we
armor's
gonna
always
put on
fun.
his
Say,
That
hey,
cowboy
you're
hat was
okay,
from the Center
Mando,
River
but
Apple.
can you go bring him and finish your mission? There's always judgment for you.
A little more maturity.
what I would never take off of my head. There's nothing that I don't want to ever take
I
off.
don't know. How about you? What do you think?
If I had a Mandalorian helmet, I would never take it off anyway.
Oh, you would change your mind.
You'd be so hungry.
I'm,
You'd be so hungry.
Yeah.
I've eaten during the season.
You would get tired of
I've
it. You'd get
eaten
tired of
red
running into
vines,
things.
bananas.
I mean,
You
wouldn't
done
be hungry.
filming
I don't think
inside
I'd be
there?
tired. Just a lot of padding in there, sleep or standing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to get it right there.
True, true.
I mean, you never have to worry about what you look like when you're wearing one of those, which is a relief.
Yeah.
You can blink during photo shoots. It's great. Really nice.
Any questions? The floor's yours.
Oh yeah. I love the fact we just glossed over the fact you just admitted you eat red vines in the middle of the Mandalorian.
I can tell you what scenes
Go on.
you watched.
Which scenes?
That
No,
I'm not good. I can tell you that I might have fallen asleep in a scene. Yep. Two other people were in a vehicle with me in season 1, and they said we want you to be really still. So really just let these two go at it. So it was like 11 o'clock. That was I think 13th hour, and I hadn't been out of the suit, and I 100% I heard cut, and I was like. And it was like, oh, that was great. You're really great. I was like,
Some
somebody
of your
messing with
best
me.
work.
I made him go do playback so I could hear if I like snored and everyone was laughing at me. Like I was 100% completely asleep.
These are the inspiring stories we like to
Yeah.
share.
I mean, I didn't ask the question, but thanks for the admission. That's
Yes.
Yeah.
a confession. Well, I guess, I mean, like, in terms of that, I mean, that's a funny story. Do you guys have a favorite memory from set, one that you love sharing with people? When people say, oh, what's, the funniest thing that happened on set, or your favorite memory, is there a go-to one you each have? His is being asleep.
There's so many.
Lateef slamming into a wall. So
When did
people
that happen?
often ask, how hard is it to be in the helmet? For me, it's not hard. I don't have dreads. I have a nice face. But Lateef, the stuntman, actually has dreads, and I mean he's not a little thin, like he's got a whole nother head size, and they have to screw that helmet on his head. They're on top of him. They're doing this just to get him in it. That's how I know when it's me or him, because it makes his traps, which are already too big, even bigger because the hair's down there in the suit. So you know it's him because there's no neck. Anyways, he would steam up, and so there's a scene when Gina and they're in the camp and they're setting bombs, and then they take off and he's like, go, and he had practiced it and done it really well, and they were doing another take and he said, go, because he couldn't see, he was just going off memory, and it's there. I wish they'd put it in the outtakes.
I wish they would release like a bloopers reel.
There's so many good ones. He lost the baby. He was jumping into the back of the buckboard in season 1 when Grief comes to get us before they come and save me.
Right.
And first was, they asked me, this buckboard was about this high, and they were like, hey, can you jump into that? I'm like, yeah, easy peasy. They're like, from a standstill, it's like, Lateef! And he came over, and this dude high jumps into this thing, twists, pulls a gun. I was like,
He's
that's
bionic.
incredible. He's amazing.
Lateef's incredible.
But there is video of him jumping, and he's supposed to have the kid in his hand, and off the kid goes, and you just see it going, and you hear him go. I lost the kid, and it's so good.